Yo, what's up YouTube? This is Reese from C Manga and welcome to my review of Fairy Tail Chapter 334, Sin and Sacrifice. So, yeah, this chapter, the end of it was really brutal and it was just like, what the hell is going on? You know, this ending to this chapter came pretty much out of nowhere, you know? But before that, you know, the beginning was basically, well, actually, the whole chapter basically was kind of more about, you know, exactly as the title says, the sins and sacrifices you made, kind of like the revelations, people like, you know, realizing what they actually are, kind of thing. Starts off basically like Miliana confronting Jalal, lots of tears and all crap about forgiveness, you know, and it didn't exactly go as I expected it, you know. I was there thinking that Miliana's gonna just like go nuts on him and try to kill him and everything, then Urza's gonna obviously jump in and protect him. But instead, they basically Urza was just going on like, you know, oh yeah, don't be angry at Jalal, he was just another victim of circumstances, stuff like that. And it's like, why are you saying it like that? Why don't you just say that, you know, Jalal was basically being, you know, manipulated by Zeref, which he technically was. You know, if she would have said that, then I think Miliana would have basically calmed down a hell of a lot quicker. Instead, she was just like, you know, she just wasn't even having what Urza was saying to her, you know. She was just like, no, I ain't having this is nothing, no. It took friggin' old Tyr to come along and say that she was one who was really always pulling the strings, which she kind of was, but she kind of wasn't at the same time, you know. She was kind of like more, you know, just whispering in his ear. She wasn't like, you know, forcing him to do it and everything, you know. So it's like, basically, old Tyr ended up having to go along going all like, you know, I was on control of her, therefore all your anger should be directed to me, you know, and, you know, try and take it out on me and all this crap. And it's like, that shouldn't have been necessary, you know. Because obviously, like, Rihanna knew exactly what was going on, you know, at the time and everything. She knows everything. So obviously, if she would have said, like, you know, if Urza would have just said to her, like, you know, Jalal was basically controlled by Zeref, it would have made sense. You know, the whole, like, flip-flop in his whole attitude towards him at that point would have actually made all 100% sense, you know? And it would have made sense exactly why he was doing all this evil stuff. But, hell, I guess now this is the way that they're resolving Miliana, you know? So basically now, Altair, she's all like, you know, super heavy-weighted. You know, she's like confused with what she is, whether she's good and evil, just because of the whole fact that, you know, she's thinking, okay, we need to kill Rogue, you know? And it's like, she's like, oh, I was going to kill an innocent human and stuff. And it's like, end of the day, you know, if it's for the greater good, you sometimes have to, you know? Like, literally, I don't care, you know, if I was her, yeah, for the greater good, I would kill, you know, you just take him out if you have to, you know. It's like, okay, this person's going to become this, you know. There's no like, oh yeah, if you talk to him, it could change. It's like, at the end of the day, that's what's going to happen, you know. So yeah, it's like, cool part of this chapter was basically now Sting and Rogue, they're basically now in their little tag team little formation. Sting turns up with his dragon out of nowhere. Rogue's like, what the hell? And yeah, they're basically having a little tag team. But what the most cool part about this was, it kind of did give a little bit more insight into like how Rogue could have become evil. Because like he basically says that, you know, a quote basically going on like, Sting is his light, you know. That, so that basically is that's kind of like saying that, you know, obviously Sting is the one kind of like keeping his darkness in check, you know. It's like, oh yeah, if the darkness takes over, there's always light that will strike me down. So yeah, he's basically convinced that if he turns bad, Sting will be the one to finish him. But at the same time, it's just like a bit, how will that actually relate? Because obviously Sting treats Rogue exactly like his brother, so I don't know if he'll have the heart to actually take him out, you know. That's kind of like the one thing that's going on there. And it still doesn't exactly explain, like, actually, that kind of would actually explain it, really. The whole fact of why Future Rogue would have Sting's power, you know. He turned evil, Sting tried to kill, Sting was just like obviously going to try to finish him off or something, like finish him or something, then he ended up killing him because he couldn't do it. So that actually does give a heck of a lot more explanation, but, you know, it's kind of like one of the little hinted explanations. It's not a proper one. So anyway, on to the brutal ending of this chapter, which literally to me, it was just like, what the fuck? What is going on here, you know? It's like, basically Grey ends up saving Juvia from a bunch of dragon laser blasts and ends up getting peppered up in the process. You know, first you see one go looking like it's going straight for his heart, then the rest all start blowing parts of his body away, then the final one you see, like obviously the silhouette, bang straight through the head. And it's like, what the hell? This came out of nowhere. It's like, why Grey? Of all people, you know, there's so many other girls that just show Grey getting killed off so bad. It's like, it's just the fact that there was no kind of build up to it that kind of made it just a bit less impactful in my eyes, you know. It's like they would have built it up a little bit more, kind of like, you know, Grey's there being surrounded or something. Then he's trying to fight his way out, and then he gets hammered like that. It's just the fact that the blast came out of nowhere. No one exactly saw where it came from and everything, and then suddenly he just finished off like that. It's like, what the feck's going on here? But I do have kind of like a little theory of what's going to happen, kind of thing. Because obviously, like throughout this chapter, you've seen Altair kind of just like all regretting herself. She kind of like, it seems like she's not got the will to live on anymore, and obviously she's got time magic. So what she could end up doing is like some sort of forbidden version of time magic, where she ends up using her own life force to reverse Grey's life force or something like that. You know, so basically she'll bring Grey back to life. Because I don't see them killing off Grey, but Altair, I can see that happening. You know, because I don't know, maybe her whole role is just finished now, so she's not exactly necessary anymore. So that could be what's going to happen. That's kind of like my guess. You know, Fairy Tail, it hasn't been the most amazing writing. You can kind of see what's going to happen. So that's what I'm putting my chips on. So yeah, next chapter basically looks like an Altair flashback, which, you know, you usually always get a little flashback. You know, in shonen mangas, you always get a little flashback before that character dies. You know, just to find out a little bit more about him. So my theory could actually still come true. So if I had to put a rating on this chapter, you know, I can't even really do it. You know, if I had to, I'll just have to give it an average score. You know, 7 out of 10. Just for the sole fact that it's just so flip floppy, and the ending just came out of nowhere. There was no kind of build up to it. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go with 7 out of 10. So you have it, guys. There's my review of chapter 334 of Fairy Tail. I'm giving it a 7 out of 10. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Also, if you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. Really helps the series. And don't forget to check out the channel for more content. So I'll see you next time.